Hello everybody, welcome here to the Sports Talk Network and here to the Smackdown Live review. It'll be quick, fast, and a hurry, as I usually do these reviews, or at least especially tonight. Other things going on. But let's just get down to it, starting with the start of the show, of course. SmackDown Live kicking off with Becky Lynch announcing she wants to walk into Evolution, the first ever women's only pay-per-view event, as SmackDown Live Women's Champion. Carmella interrupts and kind of has like a passionate, real, like a shoot kind of promo about how she was overlooked, superstars of the past, let alone legends of the past. Women's division telling her to quit or to leave or whatever, whether that's true or not, who knows. But she defied all odds. She's SmackDown Live Women's Champion. This and that, so kind of having like a face promo. And I was just waiting for her to, kind of do what Alexa Bliss does. Kind of gives shows her real side and then gets it right back to the heel that they are, and great heels that they are, as champions that they are. But anyways, then Carmella's attack Becky after James Ellsworth music hits. We all think James is back, though I didn't think so. As much as I actually thought or booked that he might actually show up at SummerSlam, but we'll see. But anyway, Carmella's attack Becky with a distraction from the James Ellsworth music, but Charlotte Flair makes her return and fends off Carmella, with what Charlotte Flair was wearing, looking sexy as hell, and want to tap that many times. Her tits are too big. We need breast reduction to look even better. But she's blonde. I do like her, so she has got a good look. But what she was wearing, like I said, was not like so revealing, but just I don't know, could have worked for malfunction. I don't agree with those. But yeah, I'm just saying. So no one can look perfect, male or female. If she had a boob reduction, if Alexa kept hers the way they were, and I got bigger, those two would be not only the best wrestlers, but sexiest ones as well. But anyway, this is about wrestling. This is about SmackDown Live, and that's that is how the show kicked off. It actually kicked off with the women's division. It ended with the women's division. So isn't that nice to see? Time to time, forever, right? My friend Katrina, she was at the show actually on Twitter. At Katrina the Good. I'm sure she has pictures up on her page on Twitter, Instagram, otherwise. So everything is Katrina the Good. Welcome to. And then backstage page announces Carmella versus Charlotte for the main event. If Charlotte wins, she will be added to the SummerSlam SmackDown Live Women's Championship match and make it a triple threat. You know me, multi-superstar matches. The more the merrier. Six-pack challenge, battle royal, whatever. Well, if I was booking the show, though no one really liked it, but I would literally have I would be booking a show called WWE Battle Royal or something like that, or Fatal 4-Way. Remember that used to be a pay-per-view, the Fatal 4-Way or something like that, where all matches are battle royals, tournaments. Battle royals, ending of tournaments, but in multi-superstar match. Championship scrambles, elimination chambers, all multi-superstar type of matches for all the titles, and even all of them, there won't be any one-on-one contests because, again, all matches are multi-superstars on those feuds. But anyways, moving on, the Bar defeats the Usos in a one-on-one contest in the short-lived tag team tournament to decide who will be facing the Bludgeon Brothers next week. Then it will be the Bar facing up against the New Day next week, which was quickly made official for next week because that's just how the tournament goes. New Day won last week, Bar winning this week. Next week we have the finals already to this only 4-team tournament for SmackDown Live in the tag team division, which it is what it is. But he would be Samoa Joe calling great heel. That's the only he does. He's pretty good at his heel promo, sending a warning shot to AJ Styles. First, giving him his respect and how he respects him for how hard he works, this and that, and then Jeff Hardy calls out Randy Orton. Shinsuke Nakamura sneaks attacks Jeff Hardy, but Randy Orton stops him midway and beats up Hardy on himself. Though when he stopped him, then he moved to the side and told Nakamura to do it. to hit him with the Kinshasa. And then kind of steer Nakamura down for Nakamura to leave the ring, kind of thing. So, is that going to be a multi-superstar match? Is that going to be a triple threat for the U.S. title? Maybe. I don't know. Probably. Anyway, moving right on. Who else is actually Zelina Vega? Defeating Lana after Lana got distracted by seeing almost in the English finding her own ringside. So Zelina Vega in her first ever match in WWE on the show. Any of the shows. Picked up the W over Lana. I picked them all. Then Daniel Bryan challenging The Miz to a match at SummerSlam. The Miz declines, but we do know we're going to get to that match, so however that works. However, as we're going to get to that point, we're going to get to it, and it'll be announced, because we're going to get to that, and we're going to get that match. So if we don't, then why are we even having these interactions now? Just teasing us too much then. And as much as WWE's not above that, they're also not evil company either. You know, they wouldn't just have to not have the match, they're going to have it. So, whether it's not next week, the week after, whatever. Miz Daniel Bryan one-on-one. Might even steal the show at SummerSlam. Who knows? And I liked how Miz even brought up about how Daniel Bryan should just let his contract run out. Go to the indie scene. I'm sure he'll go to places with more than 50 people, but when we get what Miz was, we smell what Miz was cooking there in that promo that he did and cut. Because I agree, I think he should leave when his contract runs out. He'll be happier, I'll be happier, this and that. And then I was just at the finals, but no, in the main event of the show, Smackdown Live of tonight. That took place in Tampa, Florida. Like I said, my friend Katrina were there at the show. Charlotte did defeat Carmella and is added to the SmackDown Women's Title match at SummerSlam, making it a triple threat. Becky Lynch, after the match, they show her, watching the show, or, watching the match. Not as happy as one would think, them being besties and good friends and fellow faces in the women's division of SmackDown Live. So does this mean Becky's going to make a heel turn? Not Charlotte. I mean, Charlotte's the one staying face. She's the one just won to be happy, obviously. Could either have Becky turning heel or none of them turning heel after pay-per-view, but Becky costing Charlotte in a sorry, not sorry, almost kind of situation where she doesn't actually fully turn heel until maybe not the next night, but the SmackDown Live after. 2 nights after SmackDown, or 2 nights after SummerSlam on SmackDown Live is what I meant to say, is when Becky actually does turn heel. But there's miscommunication or this and that. Something to that effect happening at SummerSlam this match, and Carmella surviving. I see the same thing with Alexa Bliss. I see them both surviving. I see them surviving all the way to Evolution pay-per-view, both being the Raw and SmackDown Live Women's Champions, Alexa Bliss and Carmella. I sure hope so. And if you're going to have them win at SummerSlam, you might as well have them hold it all the way to Evolution, and maybe at Evolution, that's where they drop it. And I'd be all right with that. Hey, they walked into Evolution pay-per-view, the first ever women's, as the champion. And remember, it was Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss, not Alexa Bliss and Carmella, but Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair that were the Raw and SmackDown Women's Champions earlier this year, Royal Rumble, the first ever Women's Royal Rumble match. Though I'm sure they both wish they could have been part of the history and part of the match, but they were the champions at that point. But happy with it being that be the end of SmackDown Live. Like, it's a pretty dang good show. Excuse me, sorry about that, but I certainly enjoyed it for what it was. I'm certainly looking forward to how everything moves forward next week and so on and so forth. But it's 3 weeks until the pay-per-view event. So whether next week or the week after, or the go-home show, the subsequent week after that, we will get it to be confirmed Miz versus Daniel Bryan. Maybe they'll prolong it all the way to the go-home show of SmackDown Live, and that's what's finally announced. Daniel Bryan almost like forcing Miz's hand, or pissed him off so much, or something, the week before or that night. Either way, we're going to get that match. It's going to be good. It's going to be awesome. Probably Daniel Bryan will win. But that's fine. It's fine with me. And this show is definitely fine. Welcome to follow me on Twitter at WWE_podcast. My personal Twitter handle, Army_strong_06. I have my Insta poll, my WP podcast Twitter handle. What did you thought of tonight's show? My SmackDown Live Insta poll. I think it was great, good, okay, or terrible. And then, as always, on Thursday nights, in a couple of days, on Steve's Wrestling Ramble, the podcast associated with these reviews, me and my team and others, whoever wants to join in on the show or in the chat, we'll be talking about everything of Raw, SmackDown Live, and otherwise. So look forward to hearing from all of you about everything that's happened this week, with the passing of former superstars, to everything that went on Raw and everything that went on tonight on SmackDown Live. But either way, hope you all have a great rest of your evening. Okay, tomorrow I'll be back on Thursday for the podcast, and we'll move on from there. So enjoy the rest of your night, rest of your days. Move forward, see you Thursday night, and above all else, as always, take care.